Hi, I'm Carolyn Shanti, and I'm here today to talk about my new book, which is called Trap, Pray, Lust. I'm an author, a healer, and I give seminars in different parts of the world. So one might ask, what is the reason for writing this book? With the advent and publicity around sexual abuse in the workplace, sexual abuse, pornography, sex trafficking around the world, we are as a planet deeply concerned about these issues. I decided to write the book in the form of a novel because I felt that this would be a more powerful way of taking the lid off sexual abuse, ritual sexual abuse, and occult societies, private societies that have in fact existed for hundreds of years. The book is well researched in terms of going back into the Gothic era, where sexual practices, orgies or orgia, were held in country houses. Sex practices were connected with the occult, with witchcraft, with magic. And then moving forward to Nazi Germany, to the sexual practices and the major occult groups among the Third Reich. The book also explores ancient Egypt and some of the sexual practices and occult practices that took place. So we're looking at a problem that is not only current in our societies today, but has in fact troubled the human race for centuries, for millenniums. So my book is a way of exploring three characters, three women, from actually very wealthy and privileged parts of society. And the subtitle of my book is, in fact, The Hidden Sexual Crimes of the Rich and Famous. These characters, as young children, young girls, were subject to programming, to mind-numbing controls, to sexual training, to occult training, so much so that they were also trained not to remember what had happened to them. So many of the practices involved drugging or hypnotism of the girls concerned. So the novel takes place in the present time. We, in the novel, trace the history of the girls and their lives, the way in which they're compromised in their relationships, their difficulty with intimacy, their training to be what is called in the trade whores or priestesses. Many years ago, I met and became friends with Dominic Dunn, who was a well-known criminal journalist who covered the trial of O.J. Simpson, as well as the Menendez brothers in California. And Dominic also wrote a number of books about hidden crimes of the rich and famous, which he felt never came to light because the families and individuals concerned were in fact protected by their wealth and prestige and status. And we have the same situation today in the movie industry, in the fashion industry, in many industries, in government circles, where these crimes can be covered up. And so the book really lays bare what the issues are, what happens in these occult groups, what happens to young girls who are trained and mind programmed in this way,